It's decision day at the Federal Reserve. Policymakers are expected to stand pat on interest rates today, but investors will be listening for clues about future rate projections and whether the Fed will continue its patient stance. Yahoo Finance's Brian Cheung is in our D.C. bureau with more this morning. Brian, I know the Fed rate decision comes down at 2 p.m. Eastern. Then we're going to get Chair Jay Powell's press conference. What are you expecting to hear?
Yeah, well, the expectation is that there won't be any sort of changes to rates and that they will keep the rates steady at a target range of 2.25 to 2.5%. If that is the case, we do expect Powell to basically hit on the same talking points that we've heard in the past few weeks. That is that the Fed needs to be patient as it assesses the economic condition, and also that it needs to be data dependent as it guides its future policy path. So nothing new on rate hikes. However, there could be some new information on the balance sheet normalization process, as you mentioned. That is something that policymakers have said in the past few weeks could be ended sometime soon if the Fed does provide new details on the timeline in the press conference today. That would be new information for market participants, so something to definitely watch there. Again, the conference, as you mentioned, will start at 2:30 p.m. The announcement itself will drop at 2 p.m. We'll have that information here on Yahoo Finance.
All right, tell me, what would a Goldilocks situation be for the markets? What would the Fed have to say or not say in order to make this market happy?
Well, based on the price movement that we've seen so far, it seems like markets are pretty complicit with, or they're basically okay with what's going on in markets right now with where the rates are currently, again, at that range of 2.25 to 2.5%. The Fed has basically telegraphed that it would like to keep rates at its current level until it figures out exactly where the future path of the economy is going to go. The one thing that I could see markets kind of freaking out about is if it does have any sort of changes in the median dot that it will release in its summary of economic projections, which, again, is going to be the first time that we've seen those in 2019 because there was not a release in January. So markets, again, paying attention to that.
Yeah, we're seeing that stock futures are really very close to the flat line as investors wait and see and remain patient as they wait to hear from the Fed. Brian Cheung, thanks so much. And stay with Yahoo Finance for complete coverage of the Fed announcement and Jay Powell's news conference. All of that starting at 2 p.m. Eastern on yahoofinance.com.